Good morning and welcome to our kitchen. I'm Gordy Galusha.
I'm Nancy Ostrich.
And this is our 297th program. We have 3 more to go before we hit the big 3-0. I mean 300.
300 on, yeah.
And today we're going to be making skillet chicken ramen
Toss.
and an easy no-bake cherry cheesecake pie or whatever it is. It doesn't have to be baked. We're going to start off with Nancy cooking the chicken for her ramen noodles. Toss.
Okay. So, most people know what ramen noodles are. Any college student will tell you I lived on those while I was going to school because that's the only thing I could afford. The only thing, well, I never hooked onto them, and I don't know if my son did, but the only problem with the packet is it's very high in sodium, and that's a no thing nowadays. But to young people, it didn't make any difference.
It didn't probably. No.
Yeah, and that was just something to fill their stomachs, and they could afford it. So then you see recipes off and on where we can incorporate ramen noodles with or without the packet. Mr. Food had this particular one, and I said, maybe I'll try it. And when I put the ingredients together, I said this could be a low cost, again, recipe. And because of the number and the ingredients. So I'm going to start out with 2 skinless, boneless chicken breasts that I have cut into 1-inch cubes. And I'm going to, in a couple of tablespoons of olive oil, vegetable oil, whatever, I'm going to saute them in a large fry pan. So while that is happening, I can turn it over to Gordy. And just remember, when you're going to saute either cold beef, chicken, pork, you're going to know that unless you've got it really hot, that you put it into the fry pan, that you've heated the oil, and it's going to cool it down right off the bat. So start off with, I could have gotten this a little bit hotter, but anyways, it's starting to cook. Sorry, off to Gordy.
Today I'm going to be making a very easy dessert. In case you have company or you're going to a picnic or a party or anything, it starts out with a store-bought graham cracker crust. And what's easier than that than have it already made? And in my bowl, I have a 8-ounce package of cream cheese, and I'm going to mix it up. I have a can of evaporated milk. I have 1/3 of a cup of lemon juice. I'm going to put the rest of this in here. This is one of the easiest, of the easiest desserts that you can make. You don't have to bake it. When you get it all mixed up like this together, you put a can of cherry pie filling in it. Okay, I'm going to give this a good mix. Make sure you have all the lumps out of your cream cheese. I have 1/3 cup of lemon juice in here and a teaspoon of vanilla. Okay, this looks okay. So now, I'm going to put that there so it doesn't drip. And I'm going to mix this up a little bit more. Okay, I'm going to pour it into my pie shell. Okay, I'm going to spread it out a little bit. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to spread a can of cherry pie filling on the top. Yeah, this is kind of full. Okay. You spread this all over the top of your pie. I hope I can get it to the refrigerator without spilling it on the floor. Okay, this is, I'm all done with the cherry pie filling, and this is what it looks like. And now I'm going to put it in the refrigerator to cool it for a little while until after Nancy gets hers all made, and hopefully it will be ready to go. And back to Nancy.
Thank you, Gordy. We'll hope that the pie firms up in good time. Well, I've cooked up my chicken breast cubes, and now I'm going to add the vegetables to this. And I have 2 cups of fresh broccoli flowerets and 1 red bell pepper that I have chopped up. What pretty colors.
Springy. Spring colors.
I could have used it's amazing, I could have used a orange pepper, a yellow pepper, a purple pepper.
They have purple ones?
Yeah, I think I've seen purple peppers.
Oh, Lord.
And red pepper, or the plain old green ones, but we're doing red peppers. So now I have got to saute the vegetables up with the chicken for 5-10 minutes or to cook and soften the vegetables. I'm going to add a little more oil. And while this is cooking, we will have to break, and we'll come back when I've got this cooked down as far as I want it to. Okay, I've cooked the vegetables in with the chicken for about 5-10 minutes. I did add a little more oil, so it wasn't too dry, and a little chicken broth. So it's going to be cooking more later, but I'm putting chicken and vegetables in a bowl here. Now, I've never worked with ramen noodles, so we'll see. I'm going to add about another tablespoon or so of oil. And I have 2 3-ounce packages of the ramen noodles that I have broken them up into little pieces, and I'm going to put them into the fry pan. And now I'm going to brown these. For a while. So, we're not going to sit here and watch me brown the noodles. We'll have to break while this is happening, and I will return. So I've browned these up somewhat, the dry ramen noodles in the fry pan here. And to continue, I am going to add 2 cups of, well, the recipe called for water. I had some chicken broth, low sodium, so I'm going to add more sodium, from soup I made last week. So I want to use up the chicken broth. So I'm going to put in 2 cups of chicken broth as opposed to water. And I'm also going to add the seasoning packets finally. And the vegetable and the chicken mixture that I have here. So we're going to let this simmer, cook vegetables more, and soften up the ramen noodles. And the water will lessen too, will be absorbed. And that's our skillet chicken ramen toss. And I don't want to say it, but I never made this before, and so we'll see. And when we come back, we will be at our table. Okay, welcome back to our table. As we said at the beginning of the show, this is number 297. We made 2 good-looking things today. I tried something that I don't eat ramen noodles, though they've been around for a long time, and college students would live on the ramen noodle. And sometimes you find recipes to incorporate them into a more entree. And so I did find this one, Skillet Chicken Ramen Toss. And it was very simple to put together, and I started out with 2 skinless, boneless chicken breasts. This is supposed to serve, I'm going to say maybe 4 people now that I put it together. With hungry appetites, maybe 3. Cut the chicken up and saute it in some oil, and then add, when you've cooked it for about 5 minutes or so, you add 2 cups of broccoli flowerets, fresh broccoli flowerets, and a red bell pepper I cut up, and it makes pretty colors. You let that cook down for another 8 to 10 minutes to cook the vegetables, and then I took it out of the fry pan and put it in to save it in a bowl, because then I added a little more oil, and I want to brown the ramen noodles, which 2 packages, and break them up into pieces, and I brown them for a little bit. Then I added 2 cups of either chicken broth or water. I had chicken broth, so I used chicken broth. And the packets that come in each package, the flavoring, and the vegetables with the chicken. And then that cooks down. The water will absorb into the noodles, and you cook the vegetables some more. And this is what you get. I did not add any salt, add pepper, but then I was checking the flavor, and I decided it needed a little extra boost, so I sprinkled in some garlic powder or garlic chips or minced garlic, whatever, to add to a little more flavor. I'm also wondering whether serving Parmesan cheese with it would go with it.
I think that sounds like it would
as
go
a topping.
good.
Yeah. So from what I've tasted so far, doesn't taste too bad, and it is really a low-cost meal for a small family, or 2 people even with leftovers. So it would be for an easy meal and on the cheaper side. Well, to go with the entree, let's have a good dessert.
Well, I made a quick dessert today, and luckily you can get different kinds of already made pie crust. And this one has a graham cracker crust. And I made, it's got a can of sweet condensed milk, a package of cream cheese, some vanilla, and some lemon juice. And I mixed it all together, and I put it in my pie shell. And then when I got that finished, I put on a can of cherry pie filling, which is very easy dessert. As I said when I introduced it, that it was something that you can make quickly for unexpected guests or a party that you're going to go to or have, or you make one of those and your dessert would be made.
I wonder if maybe you put the just the pie filling to firm it up in the refrigerator, and then
put it in the pie shell.
Put it in the pie shell, and just don't put the cherry filling on top
until it's firm.
Yeah. That's a way you could do it.
Yeah, you probably could do it that way also.
Yeah.
Maybe do it next time. When I make another one, I'll try it, see what happens. Yeah. So if you'd like any of these recipes, please send a self-addressed stamped envelope to Dalton Community Cable, 151 Park Avenue, Dalton, Mass. 01226. And that's all from our kitchen today. Have a great day.